Hey, Facebook. I'm Noelle Upchurch. Thank you so much for checking out our video tonight. I'm here with these gorgeous women, and we are all going to talk about a quote that we've been hashtagging a word out of for the past week. And the quote is, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined," by Henry David Thoreau. And I just wanted to say, in thinking about this quote, I live with somebody who embodies this as his way of life every day. It's really an adventure. Sometimes it gets to be a little bit overwhelming because he can be a little bit like a freight train, but my husband has just really always followed his dreams. He encourages people to do that. He's even become a bit of a public speaker. I hope he does that more. But I love the idea of following my dreams, and we do that separately and together. But just to be in such close proximity to somebody who never gives up on the direction of their dreams is just inspiring and something I love. So going to turn it over to you, Nicole, to interview and take it away. Can't wait to hear from everyone.
Well, thank you, Noelle. Thanks for hosting tonight. I so appreciate you. And one of our awesome clients and partners in this class, Dana Taylor Bell, provided this amazing quote, and it's been so much fun to piggyback off of her inspiration. I've been hashtagging dream and really excited about sharing business ideas and opportunities and reminding people to take care of themselves. And really, it's been fun to be in a partnership with my husband as well, who's just a visionary and someone who just keeps on trucking along and just never ever gives up on the opportunity for what the economy can do and what we can do in our small town. It's just fun to be with someone who has that vision and someone who always has a dream for what's coming up next. And it's just a great pleasure to be a part of this with all of you. So thanks everyone for being on tonight. And first up, I have, let's see, Rachel Ortense, who's just a crazy business owner on vacation right now. Thanks so much for being on and taking the time out from your awesome vacation. So please tell us how you've been using hashtag dream today or this week.
Thank you for having me on. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm right here in our bedroom right now in our condo in Tamarindo, Costa Rica. If you've ever been to Costa Rica, it's on the Pacific side. And today, as I was standing up in the middle of the jungle, above a volcano, looking at a waterfall, seeing my kids zip lining. I mean, we rode horses up to the zip line, and then we zip lined all the way down, and then we ended up going down this natural water slide, and then after that we got lunch, and then here we are, in natural hot springs with volcanic mud all over us. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the dream. This is amazing that I have the opportunity to be able to work online, and I can do my work as long as I've got Wi-Fi. We've had a couple of spotty areas here, but for the most part, I had a moment in one of the stands as we were waiting to go next ziplining. And here I am thinking, there's so many people out there that only get to dream at night, or it's their choice to only dream at night. And that's their subconscious, but during the day, they don't dream. They don't dare to dream. They feel like if they dream too big that they're going to be disappointed, or, their life is just the way it is. They wake up every morning and they have their routine and they don't dream about their life. Maybe the only dream that they do have is dreaming to be on vacation, a vacation away from their life. But here we are, to me, I don't want to have to take a vacation from my life. This is just integrating into my life. I don't want to have to have the type of life where I need to take a vacation away from. So that's what I was thinking about, and then hashtagging it in my stories and just incorporating it into my stories. It felt dreamy doing that. I'm like, oh, wow, this is a really cool hashtag. It just kind of opened up my mind to remind myself to continually dream in the day and at night. So Back to you, Nicole. Thank you.
Wow, that is powerful. And I think all of us can take a little lesson from that, is to live the life that you want to live, that you don't have to take a vacation from, and that you can incorporate vacation into your lifestyle is incredible. Thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate that. Next up, we have Denise Jones, who I just love and adore. Thank you so much, Denise, for being on tonight. If you don't watch her, she's always talking about what Jim says. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to have to follow her to find out. So welcome, Denise. Go ahead and unmute yourself and let us know how you've been incorporating dreams into your posts this week.
Well, good evening, everyone. Wow, dreams. From when I was a little girl, my dream was, believe it or not, was to join the military. So I followed that dream to join the military. My dream was to own my own business. So my husband and I, even while I was in the military, we had several small businesses, and we did some network marketing businesses, you know. So then our dream was to just live a life like no one else, you know. So we had to follow certain things in order to get to that direction where we could just live the life we wanted to live. And my husband, when I met, well, not met because we grew up together, but yeah, since 1981, he had $1 in a frame with a picture of an RV. And his dream was to own an RV. It's from 1981. Well, finally, 2018, he got the RV. So dreams do come true. You can't give up on your dreams. You just got to keep chugging along and keep dreaming. Back to you, Noelle.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Denise. That is incredible.
Nicole, I'm sorry.
Power. That's the power of vision, you guys. So if you put it up there and you keep it in front of you, that doesn't matter how long it takes to get there, is that you continue to dream and keep it in front of you, and you will accomplish it. So thank you so much, Denise, for sharing your story and for how that's affected you this week. I love it. I love it. So next up, we have Coach Kat, she's a recent author. She's a coach. She has a coaching program. I absolutely love her. Thank you so much, Kat, for being on tonight. Please share with us your thoughts and your experience hashtagging dream this week.
Absolutely. I just absolutely love this quote. And I focused at the beginning on confidently and confidence, and how many times we don't confidently go after that dream that's in our heart because we allow fear to stop us. But all the cool stuff is really on the other side of fear. And like Denise said, if you just take one step at a time, jump off the platform like Rachel did with her kids today, and just keep moving ahead, you'll look back and you'll be like, holy crap, I did it. You know what I mean? Instead of letting fear stop you, you can go, I'm really cool, and praise God and thank you for getting me through it. So that's all for me. Back to you, Coach Nicole. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're on mute. Thank you so much, Kat, for being on. I'm so proud of you for all you've accomplished, and no matter what comes our way, it is never too late to keep getting it done. As a career accountant for 22 years, she's now living her dream and being at home. So super excited to be a part of that and watch that happen. All right, next up, we have Shauna. Thank you so much for being on. She is an entrepreneur. She has so much to say. In fact, she has a special treat for us that was just sort of coincidental. So I can't wait for you to share, Shauna. Welcome to the call.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it was so funny last weekend when we had our quote, and I kind of looked in, because this actually hangs in my office, and it's the quote, and it's, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you imagine. And I think that for most people, that's a lot of their dreams. You know, everybody has different dreams. I look at this every day, and I think dreaming is so important, because I think a lot of people forget how to dream. And I think, you know, in the business that we're in, you know, we encourage people to dream. I get to go tomorrow, and I'm driving up to look after my granddaughter. My son's actually in Australia fighting the fires right now, so I'm going to go and spend 2 weeks with her. And I love being with her because she dreams so big. And we always forget to do that. Like, you know, everything, it's like I live in an opera every time I'm there, or it's just, she's just so much fun. You know, you skip and she dreams and she tells me what she's going to do. And that's what this really, I always try to instill confidence in her like I did in her dad. I mean, he's living his dream. That was what he wanted to do. You know, he's an air attack officer for the government in Alberta here, and now he gets to go over and help the Australians. You know, and Denise, you talked about being in the military. My husband was in the military, and he was one of the youngest ones to rank up into sergeant major in his regiment at the age of 36. And he's always that person that says, keep your eye on the big red ball, you know. So dreaming is very important. So our whole family dreams because we all have goals. And I feel that, you know, I'm very lucky to be able to get to do what I do. We have some pretty exciting stuff coming up. And I was packing today and Bob said, what's that big bag? And I said, that's my homework for when I get, you know, because I'll be with Emma, but I'll actually be able to still be working on my dream when she's at school. So I think that I'm very blessed, and I think we all are. And back to you, Nicole. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for being on. It is so much fun to pour and allow our little ones in our life to just dream big and never be able to stifle them, and to encourage them to pursue that and just always be in that position to not only say, well, your daddy dreamed about what he wanted to do and look what you get to do, and to never, you know, be able to be in that position this far into life and say, yes, you can do it. You can do anything. You can be anything. That, what a blessing that is. So thank you so much for sharing that, and really cool that someone had blessed you with this quote so long ago. All right, next up we have Carmen, who joins us from Canada tonight. Thank you so much, Carmen, for being on. She's a visionary coach, among other things. She's a business owner. Girls Incredible's got a lot going on, so I'm so grateful you could be on tonight. Carmen, what did you do with the hashtag for dreams, and how did you use this quote?
Hi. Wow, this was a fun dream. You know what I was thinking of when you dream that movie in your head, and that movie, what you wish for, what you dream, what you aspire to. Say, for instance, just this past week, we had this big lottery going on in Canada, and one person won it, and I played the game with a few of my girlfriends. I said, like, what would you do if you won this? That's how you dream big. And lots of them, say different things and for various reasons, but that dream, it was funny because I said, I know exactly what I would do with all of it. and they're like, how do you know? I says, because I've already played this game in my head. It's that dream big. It's that vision board. What is on? I keep looking over here because my vision board is over here. When you have it, and you have to have those big, outrageous dreams, goals that you want, not just your little ones, but your big, outrageous ones too. And that's what's fun. That's what's playing in your head, like, for instance, Coach Kat, and living her zombie life, like so many people don't want to work anymore. And how are you going to get that? Get all over this gal. She'll do it for you. That vision board for me, like, it's amazing. You a business coach, like, and nutrition coaches, and like we're all here and in this community of people that dream big. We've dreamt big. We've walked the steps to that big dream. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Carmen. I appreciate that. So, word to the wise is dream big like you just won the lottery. Never, ever let anyone take it away from you. Put it on a board, and you never know. Like Denise said, all that stuff's going to come true. Keep it in front of you. Start making those steps. Start putting in the steps along the way to make it happen. So thank you so much, Carmen. I really appreciate you. Certainly not the last and definitely not the least. We have Val, who is probably one of the most high energy people on this call tonight. She is a flight attendant. She's an entrepreneur. She's kind of got her hands in all things all over the world. So welcome, Val. Thanks for being on tonight. Let us know how you use this hashtag this week.
Thank you so much. I really value all of you ladies. I gain different little nuggets from each one of you, and each one of you are so unique and special. And I look forward to these times. I, like many of you tonight, is married to an amazing man. He's a motivational speaker, and he teaches 7 habits of highly effective leaders. Sometimes I feel like he tests his stuff on me, which I don't exactly like, because it convicts me that I can do better in many areas. But there's one portion of his class that I was thinking about dreams. And he said, you should align your dreams with your God-given passion, because that way you will have the stick-to-itiveness for the long range. You know, so many of us can say, I have a dream, and all of a sudden it short circuits because it's not aligned with who God has created us to be. So when you get those things aligned, you have the stick-to-itiveness to keep on keeping on, that probably you have an edge over somebody who gets an idea and a dream, but flakes out quickly because it starts to become work, it starts to become mundane, and all of a sudden you just quit. And if you have a passion behind that dream, that's what's going to drive you the long haul. And I am just so glad to be a part of this wonderful group, and we're growing and stretching and learning together. And have a blessed evening.
Oh, thank you so much, Val. I told you she was going to bring it. And that's so true with all of us who are, you know, when you finally realize what you've been, that you're aligning with what God's gifts and your passions are, how incredible it is to see everyone who's doing that raise up together. Like Kat always says, the rising tides raises all ships. And this is the place to do that in. And I'm so excited that this group is so committed to their personal growth and business growth here online and contributing here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this call over to our awesome coach and creator, Kiwi Whitehead. Go ahead and close us out.
Well, I love to close out with my dreams coming true, because this is everything that I've ever wanted. And so I just want to highlight each person and how I met you, and maybe a little something about you. And this is a little out of my comfort zone. I had to take some notes. Not that I don't value you, but to be on the spot to talk about someone is a little challenging, and I always like a challenge. First thing I would like to say is that behind every successful person, there's somebody, if it's a spouse, a grandparent, a child, rooting them on. So wow, that we contribute to our husbands. A lot of us were talking about our husbands and how supportive they are. And just wow, I heard that. I heard a lot of words around commitment, a lot of words around a blessing, and that those are our dreams. And don't we stop dreaming, right, sometimes. So I just want to highlight and start with Noelle first. Noelle and I met. I was on a webinar for women, and she reached out, looked me up, said, we're working together, and we have ever since. Noelle has a hunger to learn. She's going to be a top coach because she's highly dedicated and committed to her learning. She and I actually meet every day and coach together because of her commitment to this class and to the partners here in this class. So I'm just excited to work with Noelle. Let's talk about Rachel real quick. Rachel and I met just through God. Like, he lined it up. I seen a video. I literally seen gold dust. I said, that's my girl. We hooked up, and I'll tell you one thing she said to me. She said, Kiwi, whatever you need, I'm here. I'll hang, and I have tough skin. And I thank God she's got that thick skin, because I am definitely not the best to work with or the easiest. I can take people where they want to go, but I'm you know, it's my tone, I guess, sometimes, but she has just hung with me through thick and thin, and we feel like we've known each other for years. So just a truly God's blessing for me to have Rachel in my life and my other businesses that we work. And then I want to go to Denise. Denise, I met you through Reggie, and I got to highlight him a minute. because y'all crack me up in class together. Do you remember? Oh my, if you've ever taken a class with Denise and Reggie, that in itself is the show. Those two going at it. And if you don't believe me, just go look at Denise's Facebook, because Reggie's probably aggravating her. And then you can go to Reggie's Facebook and she's aggravating him even more. I actually would take up for Reggie. Denise is my tough buddy with a big heart. She has the biggest heart of any person I know, but she is tough. So if you don't know her, make sure you follow her. All right, I want to talk about Kat. Kat talked about today, it's never too late to dream. It's never too late to make that commitment. And it's a blessing to have Kat hearing stories if you've ever been in week 1 or 2. That's all I can say, right? She definitely pulls people up to where they need to be and does it in a way that you're going to do it because you're going to laugh. So she has really a spiritual gift of constructive criticism and to pull someone up to a higher place without them getting offended. That is truly a gift, and it's an honor to have her here at Story Cell along with Noelle and Nicole. Okay, now let's talk about Shauna. Shauna and I just met here recently through Rachel, and I forgot. Oh, Kat, how did we meet? Kat looked me up, found me, said, I need in your, I don't even know how we met. I don't know if it was a referral or what. I think it was Sally. That's right, it was Sally. Okay, sorry. Shauna and I met through Rachel and Trina. Shauna, I believe you're in Canada too, right? Let me tell you this woman. Okay, now I've known her long, right? She's in Canada in a business that's not really in Canada, and a top ranked leader in our business. So if that don't tell you nothing, maybe I'd be following Shauna. So Shauna, I love your coachability. When you and I talked on the phone, you're like, I'm hungry to learn, throw me in, I'm ready to get going. I love your excitement for training, and you truly just bring a positive spirit here to Story Cell. So I'm just so glad you're here. And I love what you said about your husband saying, keep your eye on the ball. I say that a lot. So I love what you said about that. Thank you for sharing that. All right, let's talk about Carmen real quick. Carmen, I think we met through a referral, but you sought me out and said, I'm in, I want on the coaches team. And these are all dreams I want you guys to really hear, because these people did not know me. And I had the vision, I had the dream, and guess what happens? God brings the people. He brings the people where you need to fit and be aligned. Carmen has that never give up attitude, no matter what. I have seen her just go through some hard times here and there, and we all have. But one thing she does is really walk and talk vision. She keeps it very close, and there's no way. She's a survivor, this woman. She's a survivor. So I'm so glad to have you, Carmen, on the coaches panel. I know that you're a no matter what type, and you will get it done and figure it out. Okay, and then real quick, I want to talk about Val. And I hope I haven't left anybody out. No, I have. Okay, Val, how did we meet? Let me think back. I think it was just through social media post online, and then you hit me up and said, what is this about? And maybe we were in the same company at the time, and then we just started talking, and it's just been so amazing. If you don't know Val, follow her. She is super positive, high energy, like Nicole said. And what I love about Val is her support in the community. Anywhere we're at, she is always just rooting people on, just cheering us on. You've seen her do it here. Her comments with dreams were, I just love being here, hearing y'all. I mean, this woman is so super supportive, and I'm just so excited to have you here, Val, and thank you. All right, and then Nicole, finally, another co-coach here with Story Cell, just a tenacious lady. She's like a blueprint copy of me because we have the same personality, and just takes the bull by the horn. She's going to go get it done. She's going to knock it out, and she's in it to win it. Highly committed here, and I'm just super grateful you're here, Nicole, and you're like my caboose. That's what I say. You keep me in check. You keep that's that check and balance system, and you definitely do that. And you do that in a lot of areas, not just in stories, but in other businesses we have. And Nicole, I think we met through a referral. So again, I didn't know anybody here, is what I'm saying. So just know that dream you have to go build networks and get in other markets and really impact people. If that's your dream, and you can earn money doing that, right? You can bless lives while you're being blessed too. That can happen for you, as it has on this panel right here for me. And all you have to do is dream, take action, set those goals, take action, and God will bring the people for you to help. So with that, sorry I took so long, but I just really felt like I wanted to take some time to do that today. So I'll let Noelle just shut us down. Thank you for hosting, Noelle. If you want to shut us down, thanks everybody for watching.
All right, we heard some great things from everybody tonight. We sure do appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Awesome. Thank you, Noelle, for keeping
Almost ready, and we are live. Woohoo! Here we go. Hi, everybody. Super excited for the most fantastic night of the whole week. It's where we do the reveal, and we get to tell you what our hashtag is all about. This week, you've probably seen everybody hashtagging on, oh, cool. Sorry, you got me. Thanks, Coach. This week you probably saw us hashtagging on dreams, and I just can't wait to hear what everybody has to say about this amazing quote, which is by Henry David Thoreau, and it's go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. This is going to be a great, exciting night, and I can't wait to hear first from Miss Noelle. Where's Noelle?
Okay, thank you so much. I'll try to keep it short because I believe to me, it sounds like a call to action. And this is something that we hear often, but I don't make New Year's resolutions anymore because I feel like every day, it's working on something for growth, but also taking that time and stopping and realizing what you have accomplished, that you were moving towards that direction. And when we dream, it can be as much of a fantasy as we want. And even when we're making goals, sometimes it doesn't go in a straight line. So we arrived, it may look a little bit different, but we got there. So to me, it's like balance of, dreaming the most, miraculous types of things that can happen in your life, and then balancing it with not having a feeling of lack, like that you haven't already accomplished so much. I hope that makes sense. It's like a step class or climbing a mountain. Thanks so much, Kat.
Thank you. That was beautiful. All about action, one step in front of the other. Beautiful. Next up, we have Laura Brown. Can't wait to hear what you have to say, Miss Action Oriented.
Well, I have to chuckle because before the Zoom, I was singing a little song in my head. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one, by John Lennon. And it was just funny. I was thinking about it before the Zoom and singing it, and looked up the lyrics. And big dreams, small dreams, everybody has dreams to go where they want to go and hope all their dreams are fulfilled. But I have to think about the song, and my biggest dream is a global dream, and for the world to be in peace. Back to you, Kat.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I love that song. What a great one to be thinking about. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Kathy Hagler. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about dreams.
Well, I think the first thing that when you're reading the quote, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you have imagined. We first need to define the dreams, or we don't know what direction we're going. And then I thought about when I was in driver's ed years and years and years ago, they talked about making small corrections. If you knew where you were going, but if you steered like really fast one way or the other, then you were way off track. But if you would make small corrections, then you could get back on and not be in danger. So if we've defined our dreams and we're looking at them every day, we can make those small corrections and to stay on course. So back to you, Kat.
That's beautiful. So it's all about defining your dreams and where you're going, so you know where to head. Thank you so much, Kathy. Buddy, you're up next. What were you dreaming about this week?
I've been trying to figure out, see where all the hashtags that we've been doing, how they all kind of come together, and trying to, at the same time, separate them to the point where I'm not just thinking blah, here it is. So, and just, it's kind of opening up my mind to think a little more about each hashtag and try not to just look at them all the same in a way and just get the hashtag out there, but to actually think more as a guy, think more of like dreams and all that, all that stuff, like, and so it's interesting, and I'm growing with it. So it's a pleasure to be involved in it because it does get me out of my comfort zone. So I thank you very much.
Thank you. So you were thinking about creativity and possibilities this week.
Yeah, and from one, something's kind of separating them one from the other, instead of kind of looking, here's another hashtag, to be able to feel each hashtag as they come.
Great, I love that. Thank you. Next up, we have Kay. Can't wait to hear what you have to say this week.
Thanks, Coach Kat. I think this is fantastic, especially to start the year. I wrote down goals, and then I realized when we had this hashtag that dream to me is the bigger picture, farther down than my goal for the month, my goal for the week, the goal for the year. So I kept realizing that I had to think big rather than think just the next step. So then the next step was a little step, and then a little step. So to have to me, go confidently towards a dream when it's, yes, I can make this dream possible, and I can say, I get to be confident to do there, to get there. So confidence is a step towards the big picture. Back to you, Kat.
Cool. So that was really awesome. You were talking a lot about goals, but bigger picture, like vision, and then how do you have the confidence to go live that big dream? Thank you so much, Kay. I really appreciate it. Next up, we have Nancy Mays. Nice to see you again today. Second live.
Thank you, Kat. When I think of dreams, I think about things that we put on the back burner that maybe we think we're too old to do and that we didn't follow through. So when I was 25, I had always known that I wanted to be a hairdresser as a little girl. And at 25, I was working at Walmart, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do, but I hadn't taken the steps to do that. So I had to dig deep inside of my soul to say, I don't want to do Walmart all my life. I want to be a hairdresser. And so I had to take that action, as Noelle said, to be a hairdresser. And in the last year, I wanted to pursue playing the piano. So I'm now a year in playing the piano. So you just have to take that action to do what you want to do and follow your dreams. So back to you.
That's beautiful, Nancy, and I'm so proud of you for taking up the piano and pursuing your dreams. A lot of people have those dreams, but they're too scared, or we stay stuck, or we do what we think everybody else wants us to do. So I applaud you for stepping out, going to pursue your dreams. So thank you for sharing. Dawn McGee up next in the beautiful purple. Can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Hi, Kat. Thanks for having me on today. And yes, this quote, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life that you imagined. This kind of correlates with miracles a lot for me. And, like Noelle, I don't make New Year's resolutions. I take that time to reflect back on where I've come from and what I've achieved on my goals. So, one of my big goals was to retire by the time I was 45. Well, that's a huge dream. A lot of people said, you can't do it. Well, it was to retire by the time I was 50. That was the goal. And I did by 45. And, it starts with investing in yourself. And then once you accomplish it, then it was like, oh, wow, okay, I just did that. What's next? So then dream bigger, dream more, and traveling the world. So a lot of my posts were centered around the travels where we've already been. And then some additional ones will be the future places that I'd like to go. So that's kind of what it meant for me is, never stop dreaming, never stop believing, and never, ever give up on your dreams, because there isn't a dream that's too big for you to handle or achieve. Thank you.
Thank you. And I love that you touched on invest in you, because you only know what you know, right? So go pursue those dreams, go as far as you can. And then if you're investing in yourself, you'll be able to see further and keep going. So thank you so much, Dawn. I appreciate that. Next up, we have Jane. Can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Hey, Kat. Thanks for having me on tonight. Dreams was really fun for me. And like Dawn, it kind of went in with the whole miracle thing. Because I've had so many miracles in my own life. So that one was really special to me too. But as far as the dreams go, what would life be like without them? And who doesn't have them, right? And if they don't have them, that's too sad. So it was all a great daily reminder for me to keep that focus out there in the distance, that this is what my dream is. And it was so much fun to see everyone else's dreams at the same time. So it was great. Great week. Thanks, Kat.
Thank you. I loved how you talked about everybody has dreams and stay focused on it so you can actually live your dreams. So thank you so much, Jane.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Next up, we have Miss Wanda.
Good evening, Coach Kat. Thanks for having me. So my dream was more localized or let's say, how do I say it? Smaller in a focus, as in springtime, getting to go camping, getting to go traveling next year and that sort of thing. But I love to be able to dream of what's coming. So that was where I was focused at. I mean, we all have big dreams, but what about the little bitty ones that we kind of leave off because we think, oh, that's nothing. We'll go somewhere else or do something else. But I focused on my little small dreams of this week. So thank you, Kat.
I love that, because the little things become the big things. One step at a time, right? We don't want to take on the big stuff because it's too far away, but the little ones are what makes all the difference. So thank you, Miss Wanda. And then next up, Lay.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Wow, what a wonderful call tonight. Everyone's takeaways is just amazing. When I read the quote, it just kind of reminded me about thinking about myself and my new year. I've actually, one of my word for 2020 is growth. So it made me take a look inside of me and what I need to do to get there in my growth in my business. So it kind of helped me to throw my fears away and to get back on track and what I need to do to get my business to the next level. But in the short term, my dream has been to get all of my family together. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen on March 1. So I'm happy about that. I've been able to organize a huge get together, about 40 of us in Hawaii. And I've already booked everything and basically told them to show up. There's no excuses. You have to be there because it's already paid for. So I think you have to do that with your kids and grandkids, right? And so I'm happy about that, and to have also my siblings there as well. So I'm really, really happy. But I totally agree that it was a call to action. And it was really for me to get off of my behind and say, look, you have all of these goals, you have all of these desires. Now go ahead and put the plan in place and make it happen. And I have wonderful coaches on this call tonight that's going to help me. And so I'm really happy about that. So back to you, Coach.
Oh, that was beautiful. And I'm so excited your word is growth. That's the same as mine, so we can compare. And congratulations on the Hawaii trip. That sounds fantastic. I can't wait to see pictures.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Denise, Detox DNA. How are
Hey,
you?
Kat. Good. Thanks for having me on tonight. I loved this quote, this hashtag, because everything that I do when I work with people, specifically around their life, I get to ask them, what do you want? And help them dream, because so many people have either forgotten how to dream, or they don't know, life has happened and their dreams have gone by the wayside. And so to me, it's really fun to get to encourage people to pull out that dream or figure out what it is. And then health, their current state of health helps them achieve that dream, because people don't necessarily care as much about a weight loss goal or something, but when you start talking about what you can do, what's the dream that you get to do as a result of that, is where I think the magic happens. And so I loved talking about and posting about hashtag dream. It was fun. So thanks. Back to you, Miss Cat.
That's excellent. I love it. It's also, and that's the second time we've heard possibilities, but he kind of touched on that too. But it's what's possible if you actually focus and carry through and carry on and take care of yourself. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And next up, we have the amazing Coach Kiwi. Can't wait to hear what you have to say, Coach.
Well, thank you. And you've done an incredible job interviewing. Thank you so much for hosting tonight. Everybody did a great job. It's hard to piggyback off. So inside the quote, I'll just focus on the word direction, because I heard a lot tonight. I heard know where you're going, keep your vision close, take action. I heard a lot of that in wrapping up, but I want to focus on direction. So many times we can dream or taking action, but are we doing the things, the direction that's taken us to our goals? Are we taking that action towards our dreams? So I just want to share, and I always believe in attraction, and we get what we put out. And I've been hashtag dreaming all week, right? But Maisie, and you guys, if you follow my stories, you can see that it just happened today. She got a letter of acceptance for writing a poem, and will be published at 12 years old. That is huge. So here's the thing. I didn't even know, like she had mentioned it a couple, 30, 60 days ago, said she wanted to enter it in. And I'm like, you must take direction. You must take action. If this is what you want, you have to follow these directions. And I remember seeing the paper that came home, and she had to do it. I had no part of it at all. So she followed those directions. That is very important. We can dream, but to manifest it, we must take action in direction. Sometimes we're taking wrong action, right? We got to look. Sometimes I think Dawn talked about reflecting. We got to look sometimes and look around. Is this serving me? Is this helping me reach my dreams and goals, right? So that's kind of what it meant to me this week in this manifestation of a dream for Maisie, because she is in arts-based school. She loves to sing, act, write. If it's art, she loves it. She draws, and to be featured in a book, we are just so excited for her in celebration. So a big dream come true for her. So back to you, Kat. Thanks.
Oh, Coach, that was beautiful. And I saw your post. I was so happy for Maisie. Can't wait to celebrate her. She's a sweet young lady. So thank you guys so much. I heard such amazing things this evening. Action, dreams, define, possibilities. Be confident. Don't put it on the back burner. Like, look at that bucket list. Invest in you. The little is big. Growth, call to action. Everything is possible, and direction. Look at where you're going. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Drop down where you're watching from. Please share. Sharing is Karen. And rising tides raise all ships. We're having a blast. Bring your boat around the harbor. Come see us. Bye.
Thanks for everybody being on tonight. I really appreciate you. It's going to be a good night. Just loading up to Facebook. All right. Everybody know that quote or that line in Pretty Woman? And there's that guy on the street. He's like, "What's your dream?" Remember that? Anyway, every time I hear the word dream, I think of that. I think it's hilarious. So feel free to giggle out loud. You're welcome to. Dana, would you read the quote out to me, please?
Yes. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you imagine. Henry David Thoreau.
Thank you. Cool, cool. Alrighty. All right.
I have a question. When you're tagging,
Go for it.
I guess I'll wait till after. Never mind.
With me here, I'm trying to get everybody tagged here. Jamie, you have another name too in the middle of your name, don't you?
Harris.
There we go.
I can tag her in the comments, Nicole, because it is probably not going to let you if you never tagged her.
I just got her.
Okay, okay.
Wendy. Okay, and Shauna. Lisa, do you have a name, a middle name or middle, anything in between yours?
Are you talking to me? If not, no, I don't.
No, Lisa.
Okay.
Lisa Armour. I got you, Shauna.
It should just be Lisa Armour.
Got you. Okay. All right, we're ready. I'm going to go ahead and have Dana open up when we get started. I'm ready to go live. Everybody smile and be interested. Here we go. And we are live. The call is yours, Dana.
All right, welcome, welcome. We are here today. Hello, ladies, how are you? I'd like to welcome everyone that's joining in and watching us live on Facebook, those that are on the replay. Let us know where you're watching from, what city and state you're watching from, but we thank you so much for tuning in to this reveal. If you've been following these ladies, you'll see that they have been hashtagging dreams on their stories and their Facebook pages. And the quote that hashtag is from is, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined." And that is by Henry David Thoreau. So I'll start off by telling you, so what that quote meant to me is that on my email, my signature line for about 7-8 years has been dream big. And then I added to that about 2 or 3 years ago, take action. Because you can dream big, but if you don't take action, well, those dreams aren't going to be fulfilled. And I can remember as a kid dreaming that I wanted to travel, dreaming that I wanted to go across the world and see architecture and all type of cathedrals, and just taking my family with me. Well, I got to work and I just started working. I never really realized those dreams, but that's okay, because I also know that I can continue to dream. I can continue to dream and I can fulfill those dreams. Sometimes it may take a while. Sometimes I may need some help. I may need some inspiration. I may need to hire a coach to help me fulfill those dreams. But one thing to keep in mind is to never stop dreaming. Turn that back over to you, Nicole.
Ooh, wow. What an awesome, awesome takeaway from that incredible quote. Thank you so much. You definitely have inspired me this week. Thanks, Dana. She's, if you ever watch her, not following her, she loves to give tours around Sacramento, and I can't wait to be on a plane with you traveling someplace awesome. So I'm going to turn the call over to Lori Kozilski, who's a friend of mine from Fresno, California. She's a huge inspiration in the process of becoming a coach. I can't wait to see what she's going to be bringing to the marketplace. So welcome, Lori, and welcome to the call. What was your inspiration this week?
Hey, thank you so much for having me. This is so awesome. First, I'd like to say, all you ladies, all the ones that are in stories, it is so awesome to watch all the posts. They're so inspiring. Just, I don't know, just off the charts. Some of them are like so wild and everything that we get to learn. So a lot of my posts were on future forward thinking, dreaming, and it really inspired me each week when we have a new word to really impact my life inwardly, outwardly. And so I like my posts to be like that. God inspired, and God's inspiring me to be more like him, but it spurred me to get my program out again. And so I'm so excited. I worked a little bit more on it last night and then working with my coaches. And I'm just so excited because it's not about me. And my dream is for others and impacting others within my dream. And yes, I did get on my journal and put down some more dreams of things that I would like to accomplish and helping others, but for myself and my kids. So it just was a really good, I mean, dreams, you just think about it, because people get stuck sometimes, and I was one of those, and we get ourselves in these little boxes, and it's like, dream, what is that? But to get out of the box and dream and open your mind. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Back to you, Nicole.
Thank you, Lori. I'm just really excited for you and for all of us here who continue to dream and have that little spark of hope that comes from God, in my opinion, that continual desire to want and give more. So thanks so much for that, Lori. I really appreciate you. And next up, Lisa, who's just got an incredible business. She's an entrepreneur. She's kind of totally kick-ass, in my opinion. So welcome, Lisa. Thanks for being on tonight. I'd love to know what your inspiration has been this week.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. So this week we've been doing a lot of posts with dream, and of course we're all dreaming. We're always dreaming because we're human beings, and that's just something that's part of us. But I feel like sometimes as an entrepreneur, we dream bigger than maybe like the typical person would. And so for that, I like to throw out that dream inspiration to others, for others to dream again, because there's a statistic where they say at the age of 25 you stop dreaming and you go into a box and you conform to life. And so I never want to ever stop dreaming for myself, or not instill that in others and inspiring others people to keep dreaming. And then there was another quote that piggybacked off of this quote that I read, and I just feel like I just have to say it. And I'll just read it because I don't want to mess it up. It says, dreams weren't put in your head to torment you. They were put in your head because you deserve it and are able to achieve it. So that's how I always will feel about dreams, and just really going all for it and sharing it with everyone else.
I told you, totally kick-ass, right? I mean, if you're not inspired by others and you don't have something of your own that you can really look forward to, just plug into any of these ladies and they'll tell you how awesome life really is, because life is good, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Lisa. I appreciate you being on tonight. All right, Miss Wendy, who's a fellow certified health coach. She has so many things in mind. She's an entrepreneur. She has lots of, plates that she's spinning. She's a mom, a grandma. I just absolutely love watching what you're doing on Instagram, and thanks for being on Facebook with us tonight. So Wendy, welcome, and thanks for, or share with us what your inspiration has been.
Well, it's funny because I absolutely love this quote, and it's so weird. Everything this week, a lot of things this week have been like coming at me the same direction, and just even songs I hear, and, this has hit me so many times. I've heard this like 5 times, that life, there's not a dress rehearsal. Dream, live out your dreams, get started, get going. And so really stop preparing, you know, and do it. And I love what Lisa said, because, you know, a lot of people do stop dreaming when we start working, you know, and you just realize, oh gosh, you're just so busy. You really kind of just stop dreaming. And so whatever those dreams are, this week it's just been so alive to me just to start. You don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. So love that.
Amen. Actually, that was a quote of ours a couple of
It was great. Yes, that's stuck in my head. That has
That's
stuck in my
right.
head.
Thank you so much. And if you haven't followed Wendy, certainly on Insta, find her here on Facebook and follow her. She's a health coach and has a lot to offer you. If that's something that you're looking for, just can't wait to see what you're going to be doing here in the near future. So I'm going to open it to Jamie. Thanks so much. Entrepreneur, total go-getter. Absolutely love this girl. She's on fire. So Jamie, please tell us what your inspiration has been this week. Thanks for being on tonight.
To be perfectly honest, you guys have been a lot of my inspiration this week. I swear. This time of year, it's real hard for me to be a go-getter. I have that seasonal affect disorder and several other things, but, you know, I mean, it's hard to stay in the negative when you're posting about the positive for me. And when I have you guys reaching out to me, that's really helped me through this last week. You know, as a little girl, huge dreams. You know, I'm a very vivid daydreamer. I mean, you'll just catch me staring off into space because I'm really good at daydreaming. But, you know, everybody's correct. Without action, your dreams won't come true. No matter what your dreams are, it's just not going to happen. You know, and that's like with my depression, it's been very stagnating for me, but I have to just keep coming back and keep putting myself back out there. But I love the quote, absolutely wonderful, and I thank you guys.
Thank you, Jamie. Thanks for being brave. Thanks for being on here, despite how sometimes our feelings can get in the way of what we really want to accomplish. But that is the key. For me, you just talked about how you plugged into a group of positive people, and that is how we keep on going no matter what our situation is in life. So thanks so much for being on, Jamie. I appreciate you. All right, last up, but certainly not the least, we have Shauna Callentine. Welcome. Go ahead and unmute yourself. She's an entrepreneur, among other things. She's a mom. She's taking care of life and business and doing it with a gusto. So welcome, Shauna. Thanks for being on. Please share with us your inspiration this week.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be on here with all you wonderful ladies. It's kind of hard following everybody. They had some great ideas, great quotes. So I really love this quote this week. It really kind of hit home for me. You know, kind of like Jamie was saying, is like, you know, as a little kid, even in high school, college, like I just had these huge dreams. Like I was going places, I was doing all this stuff. You know, you get on to real life, you start working, you have a family. They just kind of get put to the back burner and you kind of forget about them. You know, and this quote just really, you know, made me realize and remember that no matter what, you still need to dream. You still need to keep putting yourself out there, working towards your dreams, you know, and you can accomplish them. Always dream bigger, better things. So I really liked it, you know, definitely was something positive that when you're kind of getting down and stuff and you know, forget about all that stuff, then you kind of look towards that quote and it reignites that fire in you and gives you something to work towards. So I loved it. I'm loving working with all these wonderful ladies. It's so great, and you all are so inspirational. So thank you. I'm just loving it. Back to you, Coach Nicole.
Thank you, Shauna. Thanks everyone for your awesome takeaways today. For those of you who are watching, you don't know who we are a part of a class called the Story Cell training program, and there are several coaches involved. 3 of them are offline at the moment, but they're in here taking care of business behind the scenes, and we're so grateful for all of our clients because they are amazing and they're doing awesome stuff online. They all have businesses of their own, so check them out. They've all been tagged in the post here tonight. I cannot wait to see what they bring to us next week. So remember, if you're watching us live, let us know where you're watching from. If you're on the replay, #replay, and let us know that you watched us and give us some love. These students are amazing. These clients are awesome. They're doing incredible things with their life and their business. So welcome, everyone. Have a great night, and we will see you next week. Bye.